All right, today's gonna be an awesome show. We got GWP today. I'm just excited, ecstatic. What are you guys doing here?
What are we doing here? Well, your manager of talent relations, Danielle, invited us back.
I didn't approve of you guys coming back on my show.
You didn't have to approve it, Antoine. We used a little force and got our way on the show. So I figure come here and maybe mess with you like you messed with me and I lost my last match.
Well, you know what? We'll see about that.
Not a little this time, Antoine, so I wouldn't start at much.
You're in the house with Antoine. 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 You're in the house with Antoine.
Another exciting episode with In Your House with Antoine Clemens. I'm the face of public access, Antoine Clemens, and thank you for joining me on another exciting episode. Today, the television debut of GWP, Christopher Clemens, is here, and he's going to join us in the living room. Also, the fire chief of Gary, Indiana, is also here. It's a big show today, and we're going to tell you more about it when we come back from commercial break.
Somewhere around the world, there are men and women of the armed forces risking their lives, helping rebuild communities after natural disasters, collecting toys for needy children, tutoring kids in local schools. They were at Bunker Hill, Gettysburg, Iwo Jima, Quezon. They've been under the sea and to the moon. They stand watch in Korea. They keep drugs away from our shores. They patrol our skies every day, every year. These are your sons and daughters. You see them in church and at Little League games. But they are special because they work to keep us safe, secure, and free. Dedicated men and women who put their country first.
Hi, I'm Reed Sorensen. Racing has been a part of me and my family for as long as I can remember. I had to make tough choices early on to get to the top. It took hard work and dedication. But it's those tough choices that helped me prepare for challenges I would face as a cup driver. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Welcome back to In Your House with Antoine Clemens. Thank you, audience. I have an awesome audience today. I want to thank Minister Harper for joining me in the living room today. You're here to talk about the Meet Me at the Stadium 2011 Youth Explosion. They're supposed to be this year, Friday, July 8th, 2011, at the Rowcast Stadium. Minister Harper, I want to thank you for joining me in the living room today.
Thank you, Antoine.
And tell us a little bit about this Youth Explosion.
Well, once again, this Youth Explosion was a vision that God gave me. I'm originally from Gary. I'm actually a school teacher, and I'm also associate minister at Life Church International, where Roosevelt Bradley Jr. is the pastor. My cry is for the youth in every way. One night, I had a vision of me in the middle of a stadium filled with youth all around, and I was just pointing up like this to them, and they seemed like they just had this cry like, help me, come help me. And when I woke up, the vision, Meet Me at the Stadium, had been born. And then so from there, I was asking God, like, man, how do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? I've never done anything on this level before. But he's been working everything out. As you can see, you have that flyer right there. It's a free youth outreach. It's a region-wide outreach. So we're asking for the youth in Gary, Hammond, East Chicago, Dyer, Holbrook, just everybody to come out. Arcella Moxley at the Railcast Stadium has been helping me along with this. And we're going to have just a night, 5 hours of gospel singing, gospel praise dancing. We're going to have a moonwalk there.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have the vendors. They're going to be there selling stuff. We're going to have free face painting. Just all types of just awesome stuff for the youth of the area. You know, we always talk about the youth, you know, they're so bad. But I believe right now we're in a state of emergency. You know, it's something has to be done for the youth to come back to life. I believe once these youth get set back on fire for Christ, I believe these youth can turn the whole city, the whole area around. So we're believing that night for 3,000 souls to be saved. And I'm calling on all pastors and ministers and all youth groups around the region to come out that night, July 8th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's going to be great. You can see me on www.meetmeatthestadium.com. That's our website. Also, you can hit me on Facebook as well.
Hit me on Facebook. I like
Hit me on Facebook. I got to get. My students say, Mr. Harper, you need to get down with the language.
Right.
So hit me on Facebook. But you know, as we look at the events, I think God is trying to show us, you know, what will it take for me to get your attention? You know, with my young people in the schools, you know, every year around this time, it's a 13 or 14-year-old that comes with a big belly, you know, and that hurts me, you know, to know that I've taught this student all this time, and then all of a sudden something I said, sometimes I take that personally, you know.
You teach as well?
I teach as well, yeah.
In the Gary schools?
In the Gary school system, yeah.
What school?
Of Thea Bowman Leadership
Oh, okay,
Academy.
cool.
Yeah, I'm an 8th grade social studies teacher.
That's awesome.
So, and then you know with the guys, it's like they you know, you think that they have had role models of what men were, but maybe about, you know, 4 out of 8 kids. Fathers are in the penal system.
Wow.
And then some of them, you think they're waiting after school for their parents to come, and they're waiting for a foster care bus to come get them, you know. So this Meet Me at the Stadium is going to be a groundbreaking thing. It's never been done before.
No.
We're renting out the whole stadium. So this is going to be a 5-hour event. And once again, we're believing that 3,000 souls will be saved for Christ. And I just do believe that God's going to bless this thing.
All right. And have you reached out to the other areas like Porter County?
I have. We've had letters go out to Monster and we even the south suburbs of Illinois.
Any responses?
The responses has been
Shaky.
little shaky, you know. But I'm praying that these guys, once they see this, they'll get on board. They can hit me on Yahoo as well, Hanson1Harper@yahoo.com, Facebook, of course, www.meetmeatthestadium.com. But my heart's cry is that we will put race down, we'll put area down, we'll put city down, and we'll lift up the name of Christ. Because in Isaiah 53:8 it says, and who will declare his generation? Amen. I just do believe that this is the generation that God is going to hear their voice, and he's going to turn this whole area around and catch a fire just from this area here and spread all throughout the United States.
Well, definitely, this is a groundbreaking event, never before done, and we know that the Wildcat Stadium needs the business, and also with the youth, you know, in this area is needed as far as from Hammond to East Chicago to Gary, the areas, our youth is on the streets doing nothing, you know. So if they can spend 5 hours on the corner, they can come and spend 5 hours for free. Right at the stadium. There's going to be food there, different vendors.
Food there, yes, sir.
Okay,
vendors. And also if they want to get in contact with me, anybody want to be a vendor or they want to donate, they can also hit me once again on Facebook.
All right.
And Hanson Harper on Facebook.
So it's facebook.com/Hanson Harper.
Hanson Harper,
cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to make sure you get the information. Well, definitely, In Your House with Antoine Clemens, we're going to back this event 122% and make sure that we get as much people out there as possible, make sure we get the youth out there because it's definitely needed in this area. And we're going to extend our hand to our, because we have a large demographic of audience, so make sure that we have those audience members knows that this show is back in this event, that they know this event is going on here. So I definitely thank you, Mr. Harper,
thank you,
for coming on the show, and we're definitely going to help you to get this thing out there.
Doing a great job, sir.
Thank you, sir. And we'll be right back with more In Your House with Antoine Clemens.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for having me on.
I thought indoor tanning was safe.
They said their tanning rays were less likely to cause a sunburn.
What you need to know is UV light from indoor tanning can cause
Premature aging, including wrinkles, sagging, and age spots.
So instead of making you look cool, it can make you look old.
And even worse, UV light can increase your risk of skin cancer, including melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer.
especially when exposed at an early age.
And treatment can be surgery, and sometimes even chemotherapy and radiation.
In fact, current estimates are that 1 in 5 Americans develop skin cancer.
And 1 person dies from melanoma about every hour.
I don't want to be one of them.
I don't want to be one of them.
I don't want to be one of them.
This message brought to you by the American Academy of Dermatology.
I'm telling you, indoor tanning is not as safe as you think. In fact, indoor tanning is totally out.
2, 1.
All right. Welcome back to In Your House with Antoine Clemens. I'm sitting here with Quick Mix Mike Love. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Thank you for joining me in the living room.
Thanks for having
Awesome
me.
background. I was watching some of your videos. You do lighting promotion and also DJing. Tell us about some of your early beginnings.
Oh, actually, I grew up locally in the area as a regular DJ, 2 turntables and a mixer.
Okay.
You know, classic setup. Left for college, got put on with a couple of decently well-known groups, Digital Underground, De La Soul. Did some shows over in Europe, came back, used the money to start a business, and that's what the other half of the agenda is now, is getting into the business aspect of the music instead of just playing it and producing it.
Wow. Well, tell us a little bit about the shows you've produced.
Well, just last year we did the Twista show just over here. We handled the Omarion concert in Michigan City that went on. Ruben Studdard at Valpo University. I also handle a lot of the Christian events in Chicago with groups like G3, God Gets the Glory.
All right, yeah, they're awesome.
Oh yeah, art museums, stadiums. We'll do wrestling events, raves.
Cool.
You know, pretty much anything you need lights for, wedding, uplighting.
Well, we do have a little bit of your lighting footage, and we're going to take a look at that.
Excellent.
That was awesome. Awesome footage there.
Pretty
There's a lighting
intense stuff.
aspect of it, but you do DJing as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's talk about that.
That's how it all started. Professional turntablist for last 15 years. Competition turntablist, specializing in table tricks around the back, scratching with your feet, mixing backwards, through the leg, elbows. You know, it's more of the show aspect instead of just, you know, spinning the records. And
Well, I play
standing there
DJ
listening to
Hero
music.
too. Is it anything like that?
Oh yeah, totally. If you can nail DJ Hero 2, just jump on a set of decks and you'll be good to go. That's how I learned.
That's cool. So we got a little bit of your DJ footage too. Can we play a little bit of that?
Excellent.
All right.
Actually,
that's awesome.
That footage was actually taken in the garage at the house.
That's cool. So you do a DJing a lot?
Yeah, more in California now and New York than anywhere, but yeah.
It's awesome to have you from this area and you're still coming back. That's great. You know,
I love this area. This area is great. There's a lot of talented musicians in this area, a lot of talented people that people are overlooking this area right now, and they're sleeping on some real nice stuff around here. So,
what do we expect to look into for the future of Quick Mix, Mike?
Well, family man now, so I'm behind the scenes a lot. I'm pushing, some local artists and getting a lot of this